Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, it's good to be back with you again. We're taking on Chinese Petroleum here, and we are in Chinese Petroleum. I can't remember which city they're in. I haven't done my homework before this, obviously. Look at that stadium with all the green seats and all of that stadium work that is done on the top. And can you spot a single fan? Because I cannot. Chinese Petroleum only 7 points this year in the league. They're not really that far behind. It looks like they're tied with somebody else, but this is not a great team. And meanwhile, we of course are in first place and probably going to remain so. We are in white today. I need to remind myself of that. Men are going with it over to Taiyuting. Taiyuting up to Xu Shengjie. Now, one of the big things to look out for here is I'm being told that my goalkeeper wants to play as goalkeeper instead of a sweeper keeper. And so we should probably take a look and see if that makes any sort of difference or not. Wen Shihao with the attempt at a shot that's knocked out for a corner, and so it is. We're going to see if this happens again. And here's Medagone comes up and knocks us forward. And boy, that was almost another goal by our big man there in the back, who's been scoring them left and right for us. I still haven't even taken a look at our corner routines, and it's Ling Guanda with the shot, and that one's over everybody's head. So much for that. But yeah, that was Kader Bamba. There's his name. And Bamba almost got another one. I think it would have been his third or his fourth this season. He keeps scoring them from the back, and we're looking for Bamba again here, and that one just misses. He got his head onto that one. Not too bad at all. Bamba, I tell you, this kid, when I got him, I just thought, oh yeah, this looks like he's a pretty strong player. I knew that we needed some help in the back, and I had no idea that he was going to be this good. And so that's what it is. It's one of those happy little surprises, happy little mistakes, as our good painter friend would say. There's Ndaye, who was going to take this up himself and score. Amando Ndaye with his 6th goal of the season. He's almost caught up with Wen Shihao for the lead on the team. And so we do need Wen Shihao to start scoring again. But Ndaye here, he just takes this up all by himself. He's he's ahead of the defense. There is a man who catches up with him, but it doesn't make any difference. When he has that much space to work with, he can kind of choose his shot from wherever he wants. As soon as he gets into that penalty box, and he'll just do whatever it is he wants to do. And there she is, 1-0 for Mars FC here in the early going. So it is, and we are looking pretty good so far in this one. It's not really a huge surprise of the way that we've been ripping through the league. And there's Lee Chaba, who's a little bit cross because he doesn't want to be a sweeper keeper. He doesn't like doing what we just did, I suppose. I'm guessing that's what the difference is. And Ndaye trying for number 2, and unfortunately the goaltender is able to grab onto that one. Zhou Hongyi knocks this one forward for Wen Shihao. It's going to actually be over to Menagong. That's a little bit surprising. Over to Sila and Ling Guanda. And he, again, looking for Wen Shihao and just cannot quite find him. I tell you, Ling Guanda, the more that I watch these games, the more that I play with them, the more that I can see why that Segundo Volante role is so popular right now in Football Manager, because it just totally, the defense doesn't know what to do with it. If you guard him, you're going to leave somebody else open. I'm not quite sure what the best way is to defense it. It'd be an interesting thing to study. Zhou Hongyi here with the ball over to Wen Shihao, who again loses it. And we're in danger. We're only up 1-0. We don't want to let them score. It's Taiyuting now over to Ling Guanda. Back to Taiyuting, over to Zhou Hongyi, and it's over to Wen Shihao, who heads it backwards. It's an interesting decision. And then Yang Yiming takes the shot. Yang Yiming... Yang Yiming's been having a hard time. He doesn't like playing as a wing back. He really wants to play a little bit further forward. I think he's the one who actually wants to play as a fullback. Whatever it is that he wants to do, we're not letting him do it. And so he's upset, but so it is. We keep winning. You can be upset all you want. If we win, you're going to do it. And if you really don't like it, then we'll go find somebody else to learn the role. And that's probably what's going to end up happening here. We have all those young kids who are trying to learn what wingback is. Apparently here in Taiwan, nobody knows what a wingback is. So Bamba wins that one over to Silla, to Ling Guanda, back to Silla, and he knocks it forward to Wen Shihao. Now, Wen Shihao, what is he going to do here? He steps forward, steps back, and there's Ndaye with number 2. Man, he was wide open. 2 men were wide open here on the left side, and I've got to ask myself, what in the world happened to their defense? So you look at this, right? Wen Shihao has it up here, and they do have a man covering on the left side. He then switches over to center back. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, you see 1, 2, 3 guys covering the same guy here, and Ndaye is wide open, and this guy right here is open too, whoever he is. And so it is. 2-0 for Mars FC, and that's kind of the sort of excellence that we have. There's Wen Shihao, who just barely misses the shot after that big interception. And we're playing like counterattack almost as if this is like, we're on the back foot in this match. We should be dominating instead, and we'll keep doing stuff like that. That's up for a corner. That was a Major League pop-up if I ever saw one. Menegong now steps back and fires, and we're looking for Wen Shihao that time, and the ball didn't even get close to him, so I'm not quite sure what to say about that. But so it is. 2-0 for Mars FC. We're going to keep moving this one forward. Cai Yuting now gets a yellow card. We've had a number of yellow cards here in this one. I don't know. Did I tell these guys to get stuck in, or do we just have an unfriendly ref? Because we haven't had yellow cards like this before. I guess we should be careful before we get some sort of suspension that makes it so we have to play players we don't want to. Here's Wen Shihao again. Was headed up forward. I'm guessing he was trying to head that back. I'm not sure if he knew what he was trying to do with that ball. But Lin Guanda now with it over to Ndaye. Back to Zhou Hongyi. Xu Shengjie now, and he's looking for Silla, and he just finds him. Back to Menegong. Menegong over to Ndaye, and that had hat trick written all over it. Ndaye is just going to sit there the whole game and just wait for that ball to come so he can head it on in. That's what he's looking for. And there's Li Chava with the ball, and he gives me a little look with his eyes as he grabs onto that one, telling me, what am I doing up here? I need to be playing further back. So I don't know what you think. Do you think I should change him to a goaltender, or should I keep doing the sweeper keeper? I still maintain that the sweeper keeper is more to do with what your defensemen are doing than what the keeper actually wants to do. And if he doesn't like it, he can suck it up. And this is not really much here. I'm not sure why this is the highlight right now. That wasn't a highlight of much of anything. There's not really much of an opportunity for us to score. We didn't quite have the advantage or the angles. And here's Wen Shihao. He's got to be offside. He scores. He's got to be offside. Looking at that flag was up. Just saw that flag was up. It's been disallowed. Yeah. It was clearly offside there, and there was really not much of a question about it. You can look here at the bottom and see, and as you can see, he is offside. At no point in time is he even remotely onside. I mean, there's this maybe about 10 seconds in there of game time in which he's just offside the whole time. So, we can't really complain too much about that, I'll say that. Cai Yuting over to Xu Shengjie, over to Yan Yiming. Yan Yiming stands with it, back to Zhou Hongyi, over to Xu Shengjie, over to Ndaye. He lumps this one forward for Menegong, and he finds Wen Shihao. That's not in. Shilla, and yeah, that's knocked off for a corner. And here comes the corner coming in. Menegong takes this corner, lumps it forward, looking for Zhou Hongyi, and it's nowhere even close to him. And that's going to be the end of that. And so we're going to have to hope we can get the ball back, see if Amando can get goal number 3. And if he gets goal number 3, I do think he's going to move ahead for the league on the team. For the lead, rather, and that's not good if you're a striker. Wen Shihao continues to be unable to score, and we need a replacement for him, that's for sure. Lin Guanda, and he's got a little bit of pace behind his legs, but can't really make anything happen with it, and that is knocked back out, and we have to restart. This was a really good pass by Ndaye, and Lin Guanda just... the thing is, he can't dominate in Taiwan quite the way that he was dominating when we were in American Samoa and we had him. Remember that? We were in American Samoa. We had him starting for us. He got really upset for some stupid reason, had to go back to Taiwan, and then I went to Taiwan and signed him again. But, he's a good player, and he's young. He still has the ability to improve, but he can't dominate here the way that he was dominating American Samoa. In American Samoa, he was the best player in the country easily when he was there. And so we'll see what we can do with him. And we have to be careful here before we give up a goal. Unfortunately for us, that is called as offside. It says there that the Chinese Petroleum fans are leaving early. I'm not sure which fans are leaving early. I haven't seen a single supporter for this entire match. And we have 3 minutes left. Only a 2-0 victory, which is not exactly promising. This is the sort of match we should be winning by like 5 or 6 goals. But a win's a win. We're not going to criticize them for winning. Menegong with the ball. Walks it forward back to Bamba. Bamba over to Cai Yuting. Over to Bamba. There's no need to worry about it. We got this game won. That's the most important thing. Over to Cai Yuting again. Back to Bamba. Look at Bamba with all of that energy. It's been a long 93 minutes, and he's still moving back and forth and up and down, and he's on top of everything, and he's got the ball again. I'd love to see a statistic as to just how many minutes in this match Bamba had the ball. It seems that every time I turn around, he's got the ball in the back, and he's stopping things from happening. And it's a victory for us. 2-0 is the final score, the 1.6 XG. Only 51% of the possession, so I'm guessing they grabbed possession of the ball and just sort of sat with it the whole time. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened in this match. And yeah, we're just going to take a quick look here and see if there's anything interesting happening. Not really. So yeah, so it is. It looks like for the most part, when they had the ball, they just sort of had the ball in their own half and were just sitting there with it. Boring match. We won 2-0, and there you have it. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.